Welcome back to On the Edge with me, Theo Chalmers, and my special guest tonight, John Harris. John, we were just talking about when you get a notice in the post for some offence that you've committed, which is subject to a statute, and you're saying that the notice they send you is an offer.
It is, yeah. And
as such, you can make a counter-offer.
Absolutely.
Or ask questions.
Yeah, but
Okay, let's put it in your... Put the ball in your court. What would you do? Say you were driving down the road and a camera went flash and you got in the post, you got a notice, an offer to pay them X amount of money, or if you pay within 7 days, half of that money. What would you do?
I would personally just write to whoever's issued the ticket, and I would just explain to them in very simple terms that they're talking to a person. And the person doesn't exist. They need to talk to the human being. The human being was driving the car, not the person. The jurisdiction they're trying to apply upon me is a Fleet Admiralty jurisdiction. Well, I don't exist now.
Fleet Admiralty. So this is Admiralty law.
It's Admiralty law. If you want, funny enough, we went through it yesterday, and it's really quite funny. Look at the word bank. You know, bank directs the currency. It's, you know, it deposits on the bank, it withdraws from the bank. It's all to do with water. Think of a woman, the child comes from the waters down the birth canal and gets birthed, and then a certificate of registration. It's all the words.
Based on ships?
Yeah, it's all Admiralty stuff, yeah. It's all you got to do. But they call it fleet because the fleet basically left this country and went over to about 52 other countries and developed and employed exactly the same system. And the original prison that the Botany Bay inhabitants come from was a prison in London called Fleet, on Fleet River.
Oh, right, of course, yeah.
So that was basically where it come from.
OK, so you would write back as a human being?
Absolutely, yeah.
Not as a person?
No, because I'm not a person.
Well, we'll get to that bit. We'll get to how you became a free man in a bit. But you would write back and you would say... What would you say? What would you make an offer? But you'd ask them some questions. Are you aware that you're dealing with a human being, not a
Yeah, I'd ask them also as well. I would just give them enough information to work on. They'd probably send back to me and say, you know, we don't understand what you're saying, blah, 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 which is what they do. So you just keep asking them questions. You just literally, that's all you keep doing. And you just keep asking them questions. You know, basically, prove who I am. Prove it. Show me evidence that you can prove who I am. But you can't prove it.
Is that along the sort of lines of how do you know I was driving the car?
No, because you're dead. I will openly admit I was driving the car.
So you'll say in the letter that you write as a human being that you were driving the car, you're not...
OK, I'll give you an example, right? In common law, which is based upon natural law, there is no offence for speeding cameras. There is no offence. I haven't committed a crime.
Well, it's not likely to have been in the Magna Carta, is it?
No. Common law extends right up to this day. It works on three very basic principles: injury, harm, or loss. There's that. It's crime. A crime is in within common law. If you do a common law, if you do something wrong against common law, then you should have your collar felt. Absolutely. But you're not going to go to a court of justice. You're going to go to a corporate court.
So this is what? Sorry, injury.
Injury, harm or loss. So you can't... You should never injure someone, never harm someone or cause them loss.
Or their property, presumably.
No, but it covers every eventuality.
Just those three words?
Just those three
injury,
words.
harm and loss.
Right.
So you're driving too fast down the road, you're not causing any injury, unless you hit somebody, in which case that becomes...
Well, yeah, I'm liable, yeah. I'll hold my hands up.
So you haven't caused any injury.
No.
What harm have you done?
Nothing.
No harm. And what loss have you caused?
There's no loss.
No loss.
Absolutely. So what you've got is
So what's the damage?
Exactly. But what we're talking about, the difference between a statutory violation and a crime. What they're trying to say to you is you've committed a crime, but you haven't committed a crime because a crime only exists in common law.
OK. And they do accept this, do they? The powers that be do it...
You have some fun with them. You have some fun with the police. One of our members has just recently had some real fun with... a couple of police officers. It was very... I would ask... See, if I was pulled up by the police, which I have been, and recently for a seatbelt, which I won't, I won't go to their court of law because they've got no jurisdiction over me.
You were not wearing a seatbelt?
Yeah. And now you're going to shoot the messenger. Everybody does.
No, what... you know, I'm simply asking the question.
The question is... that I got shot to pieces, and it was quite funny, actually. Right. My view about a seatbelt is it's my choice. Everything is about choice. If I make the wrong choice, OK, and I go through a windscreen, and that's what was meant to happen. That's how I look at things. I don't look...
This is like karma or something? This is like a sort of Buddhist...
It's not karma, it's called synchronistic recognition.
OK. Synchronicity is normally when coincidences occur, isn't it?
Absolutely, you learn from your mistakes.
Isn't it?
Yeah, you just learn. Yeah, but you just learn from your mistakes. It's not from anybody. It's just something because I don't read any of these books about. People say, "Have you read this book?" No, but you talk like this person does. Well, maybe I do, but I haven't read his book.
OK, so you've made a choice not to wear a seatbelt.
I made a choice, yeah, not to wear a seatbelt
because you don't believe that not wearing a seatbelt creates any harm or injury or loss.
Only to me.
And you obviously aren't going to sue yourself.
No, but yeah, see, that's the point. Compensation nation. Now you're going along like...
Do we want to go there?
No, you don't want to go there.
We've only got 2 hours.
You don't want to go there, but it is a compensation.
Let me just. I'm going to start reading out some text here because otherwise we're never going to read any out, and people are going to get upset. And I'm saying to text in 87778. Keep them short, otherwise they get cut off, and I can't read.